Hi there, so this is Ashlyn Matheus, and today I'm going to be going over how to create a PowerPoint. So PowerPoints are great tools for teachers to use in classrooms. More than likely, you've seen a teacher use a PowerPoint to present a lecture. However, PowerPoints are also great tools for students to utilize, as it allows them to share information that they learned during their research projects with their fellow peers. So you want to get started by opening up the PowerPoint application. Now, most Microsoft computers already have this on them, so usually it's at the bottom. That's where I found mine. So open up PowerPoint, and the first thing you're going to do is select a template and theme. And today we are going to be talking about sloths. That's just going to be the topic of our fictitious or our practice, I guess you would say, PowerPoint. Let's go ahead and use organic. Well, you can choose out of any of these, really. We'll go with that one. Let's go with create. So we have to create a title, and for the title of this PowerPoint, we'll make it what you need to know about sloths. And then we'll put a byline. That would be by Ashlyn Matheus. So every good PowerPoint needs a title page. So you'll start with your title and your byline. And I tend to like to use an actual photo as the background for my first slide. So we're going to go ahead and find a photo right now online of a sloth. So we are going to minimize that screen. We're going to bring up the internet. I already have the internet open because my computer takes a very long time to load it. So we are going to go to Flickr to find a photo. So once that loads, you go into the search bar, and we are just going to type in sloth. Easy as that. Now, because the PowerPoint slides are rectangle and they're horizontal rectangles, we are going to try to find a photo that we like that is about the same shape as our PowerPoint slide. I really like this one. So the first thing that you're going to do if you need to save a photo off Flickr is you're going to press this little button here. If you hover over it, it says download this photo. Go ahead and click on that. I prefer to save the original size. Come down here, save, click this little arrow, go to save as, and now you can name your photo. So we are going to type this in as sloth cover photo. I'm very sorry for my spelling mistakes. So then we'll exit out of that. You can go ahead and minimize the internet screen. You'll come back to PowerPoint. So here, if you want to put a photo onto a PowerPoint slide, all that you have to do is go to Insert, click on Picture in the left-hand corner, and we just saved this in our downloads. So we're going to come here, and we're going to search for it. It's right down here. It's in alphabetical order. It's under sloth cover photo. So we will type in Insert. So immediately, what you want to do, or what I like to do, is you right-click it. You scroll down to Send to Back. You can format it. We're just going to stretch it a little bit. And what this does is it puts the photo behind the text. So now you can't see the text because it's so dark and it's against a dark background. So let's change the color of our text. So to do that, you're going to highlight the text. Go up here where you see the letter A, and it's always underlined with a color. So if you just click on it, it'll change it to whatever color was underneath it, and that was a red bar. That's horrible right now. So let's actually go ahead and change it to white. And you can change it. You can select it out of any of these colors, but I think that white will serve our purpose pretty well right now. Don't forget to change your byline. Same thing, change it to white. And now you can move this text box around all you want. So you can place it wherever it's easiest to read. if you have a specific place that you want to put it, you just move it there. It's always a good idea to have your byline close to your title. So there you go. What you need to know about sloths. So now your title page is done. So now you're going to go up to the left-hand corner again. You're going to go to New Slide. And it's going to give you all these options on formats for other slides. So our next slide is going to contain 2 pictures. So immediately, I'm going to look down here where it says comparison, because I can see 2 places where I could easily fit photos. And right here, click to add title. So we're going to put the 2 types of sloths, because there are 2 types of sloths. So down here you can add text here. So here would be essentially your 2 subtitles. So it would be 3-toed sloth and 2-toed sloth. And you'll come down here where it says add text, but you don't have to add text, and that's what these little icons down here are for. So here I need to find a photo of a 3-toed sloth, and I already have that saved just so we can save some time. So we're going to go down here to pictures, and it immediately opens up all my downloaded pictures. So we wanted a 3-toed sloth. And see, it inserts that right in there. Go over here, I know I have a photo of a 2-toed sloth saved as well, so I'm going to click on pictures. I will find my 2-toed sloth. And from here you can go ahead and rearrange everything. So I want my 3-toed sloth and 2-toed sloth name just above the middle of each of my pictures. I also want to make this photo a little bigger, maybe so it's a little more uniform with the other photo. Don't be afraid to play around with the formatting a little bit. PowerPoints allow you a lot of creativity, so you can be really artsy with them. You can also be very dull and create a business one. But I like to play around with it a lot. When I create my own PowerPoints for classes, I usually spend a lot of time picking out photos and making everything really perfect. Now, of course, you don't have to do that, but if you want to, that's great. It's just another way to show your own creativity and put a creative spin on what would normally be, well, a pretty boring lesson to most people. I feel as though if you were to try to tell most people about sloths, they might look at you a little funny. But if you're putting it in a PowerPoint, maybe they'd be more interested, especially if you put in some cute sloth memes. I don't know. That's all up to you. So now that we've put in 2 more pictures, we're going to create a new slide because that slide's pretty full already. And this one, we're only going to put in 1 photo. So let's go here. And since I already know the photo that I want to put in, we're going to go ahead and do that right away. So we're going to go back to pictures, and we're going to put in another photo of a 3-toed sloth. And here, if you want to change where your text is, you can go ahead and raise that bar up. You can also move that a little bit. Okay, so here you're going to make a bulleted list. So if you want to make a bulleted list, which is highly encouraged in PowerPoints, especially if you're teaching a classroom and students have to take notes, or even if you are a student presenting a PowerPoint and your peers are going to take notes, make sure to bullet things because it'll make it a lot easier for students to jot down short bullets rather than if you write out an entire paragraph. So if you go up here, you can create a bulleted list. Let's left align that there. So the first fact that we know about 3-toed sloth, we'll type that in, and that's that they have 3 toes on each foot. If you press enter, it automatically creates another bullet point for you, so we can type in another one. They are indigenous to Central and South America. Again, press enter. Their diet consists of leaves. And here, if those are your 3 facts, you notice there's a lot of white space here. If you want it to go down farther, you can change the sizing. See, just go here. See, and that fills up more space. Also, that way, if this is projected onto a board, it'll be much easier for students to read or to see on the board. So that's our 3-toed sloth. Actually, let's go ahead and make that bigger as well. And let's move that down here. Let's go ahead and make one more slide here just to kind of show you once again how you would do this. So we'll do the same type of slide here. Do 2-toed sloth on this side. We'll go ahead and just do the title right now. Okay, and let's do our bullets first this time. So a 2-toed sloth has 2, it has 2 toes on each of its front feet. They are also indigenous to Central and South America. And lastly, they have a diet that consists of leaves, berries, and small insects. And again, we'll go ahead and make that bigger. I also want to left align that. Makes it a little easier to read sometimes. Let's do 24. And here, so again, we need to put a picture on this side. It's always good to include as many photos as possible. That gives your visual learners something to focus on in the lesson. And it gives them something to associate the text with as well. So here, we'll insert our 2-toed sloth photo. Oh, that one came out very small. Which is fine. That just means that you have to reformat it and make it a little bit bigger. And do remember, anytime that you have to make a photo bigger, the clarity will not be as great. It'll be a little bit grainier. So, that is how you go ahead and make your presentation. However, there is one more very important step, and that is how to save your PowerPoint, because who wants to go ahead and do all this work and then lose it the next time that they exit out of PowerPoint? So you'll go up to the left-hand corner, upper corner, go to File, you'll go to Save As. I'm just going to go to Browse here. And of course you can save it wherever you want. I usually save them in documents. I think I even have a college one here, college folder. And oh, already says here what you need to know about sloths. Go ahead and press Save. And there you go. That is how you make a PowerPoint about sloths. And you can go down here and view them. And there, you can view and show off your finished product to your class. So there you go. And make sure, oh, also, sorry, make sure that if you are using photographs and using them in an academic setting, or especially a professional setting, you should go ahead and cite where you got your photos from. I didn't do that just because that would have taken a lot of time for this video. However, especially if you're going to turn in an assignment for credit, be sure to go ahead and do that. So have a nice day and have fun creating your PowerPoints.